राहुवे केतुवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः। गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
Good evening. Let's start the first level pranayam. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply 7 times. Inhaling Va, exhaling C. Follow me through 7 times. If possible, through Sushumna Nadi. Mm. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. Om Kriya Babaji Namaha. With the tunnel consciousness, Kriya consciousness, that is the first pranayam. Pranayam will be through Sushumna Nadi most of the times after deep meditation. So inhale deeply with Va, exhaling deeply with C, 7 times. Follow me through. With the Turiya consciousness, that's the second pranayam. Inhale deeply, holding the breath halfway through. Follow me 7 times. Step 3 pranayam, inhaling deeply with Va, Sushumna Nadi, and exhaling with a single breath. Maximum retention of the breath. Looks like you are going to be at the end of the COVID-19 very soon. Things are happening that way in the whole world. But it won't go with a spike. So that's what we are going through. The last spike is going on everywhere. And soon it will go away. So let's pray again. The grace of Babaji's connection. Also, the Dhanvantri, we pray him, convey the message to Lord Vishnu, who is the person who maintains proper health everywhere. Health and prosperity. For that, we are going to chant the Dhanvantri mantra 7 times with Babaji's grace. So I'm going to say Babaji's mantra. Jai Shri Fadi. Dhanvantri mantra.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalsha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalsha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogya Nadaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kiriya Babaji Namo. As I said last week, a lot of good things is coming. Step by step, normalcy is going to be there everywhere. Thanks to Babaji. Thanks to Dhanvantri Ji. Thanks to Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, for the maintenance of health and prosperity all over the world. If Babaji says, I feel like a cloud is moving away. Of course, the cloud won't go away until it is giving its effect on the earth. That's what we are experiencing all over. Just a little more patience. Things will get better. But let's keep doing our sadhana continuously so that health and prosperity always stays permanently in the world. Today's message to Babaji, from Babaji, is the awareness of our own self. awareness of self, connection to our physical body, which has all the 5 elements, Panchaputas, and the universal body, universe that also has Panchakoshas. Not only Panchakoshas, here we are talking about Panchaputas, physical body, connection with ourself, bigger self, okay, and to our Panchabhuta body, connection to bigger self, to universal body, universal Panchabhutas. The awareness, Babaji is saying, the awareness should be there all the time. Awareness should be all the time. Include this with the established in our consciousness, established in our big self-consciousness, supreme self-consciousness. Think, act, think, speak, and act. As Dhanvantari is saying, Babaji puts in reality terms, be aware of this connection. When you are thinking, speaking, and acting, and moving through this Maya world. Be aware of this all this time. Beware of this time. Beware of this surroundings, consciousness. Little more explanation on our mind. We talked about Manas, Buddhi, Siththam, Ahankar. And then a couple of classes I've been talking about Siththam, Siththakash, part of Mahakash. Where is the Siththakash? Location. Remember when we talked about the location of the soul in our physical body? We're talking about so many Siddhas poems and located. In fact, that is our 3rd level meditation. The highest level of meditation, all the Siddhas are prescribing, all the 18 Siddhas. Start with this meditation only, and then they go branch out according to the specialization they are. The same way, the awareness and action, awareness and speaking, awareness and thinking. In Tamil, we have a word called Vizhippinilai. Vizhippinilai. Awareness. Be aware, beware. In my experience, I have seen many Siddhas, Siddhis, highly evolved saints' eyes. Because we know that eyes are the expressions of their soul. Needs to be amazed, glittering eyes, completely in awareness. Even though they didn't speak, he can feel what they're saying. Amazing, amazing power of the eyes, through which the soul expresses. That awareness will give so many words, so much information, then they really start talking about whatever they want to convey. So this is a way of communication for a long time among the Siddhas, long period of time ago. Of course, when a lot of souls evolved, human beings came about. So there has to be a structure of language also. So we're talking about awareness of self, awareness of self and the physical body that is made of Panchabhutas, and awareness of universal body, again made of Panchabhutas, structure, and then physiology, action. How does it work? How does it function in the physical body and the universal body? Panchabhutas. Andamam Pindamam Mundre. Siddhas repeatedly say this. The universe, which is outside, so-called Maya, it looks like as though it is outside, and the physical body, which looks like as separate from the universe. According to Siddhas, both are same. If you understand one, the other one will automatically be understood. So mind takes a main role in the awareness of the self. We know that, right? Even our Kriya Yoga is talking about action in silence. There is action there inside of us when you're meditating, but we are in silence. Action in action. Action in silence. We're not just sleeping, no action. We are actually working there. We are actually thinking of a mantra, consciousness, focusing on our third eye, focusing on a mantra, closing our senses, keeping our senses quiet. So we are working on some action, right? So that's why Kriya Yoga. When yogis are in deep meditation, siddhas in deep meditation, that doesn't mean they are not living here. They are doing some action inside. They are making a lot of influence in the world. They're creating. They're creating and giving benefits to the world. That is why I always inform people, India is such a sacred country. Even the outside look like poor, it look like ignorant, lowly developed, developing country where these people are talking about in this Maya world. But in reality, they are in height. Thousands and thousands of siddhas, yogis are meditating, wishing well, blessing. See, when that force is dominant all the time, when there are forces of asura mind, that dominates, then the problem comes up. And then siddhas have to come out. And they have to fight also, right? So, in fact, that's really what's happening in India. But again, truth prevails, dharma wins, but it's a question of time. But, why should we go to the battle at all? We're going to stop it in the beginning itself, right? If we know the sacredness of a country, we know the sacredness of the truth, we try to follow, we try to spread the message, the help of saints like Mahatma Babaji, other real saints, but there are thousands and thousands of them. India is a sacred country, as I said. It's a place everybody wants to be born, really, those who want to be spiritually elevated. So, The mind, like we are talking, we are listening. Now, what is happening here is Siththam is there, Siththam is acting, but then the buddhi is included now, it's included, this Siththam. Manas is at the background, past, present, future. Anytime you want, it will come up, but right now only Siththam is acting in you. For me, I'm focused on only on Chittam. Little bit of ahankar is there all the time. Let's do any action in terms of thinking, speaking, action. A little bit of ahankar is there. So realize that. Be aware. Don't think mind and manas and buddhi and stham are always abstract. We are trying to get it out to awareness. Be aware. Beware. Stham is acting. We try to act through from Siththakash. That's why we do meditation. We do meditation, then do satsang because our consciousness has to be there, close to the Siththakash. What is Siththakash? It is close to our soul, purified soul, without imprints. We take out the imprints completely by meditation and be there close to Siththakash, our soul, pure soul, with all the qualities of Supreme, with all the qualities of Supreme. That means there is an easy acceptance of any idea of coming from there. There is no question of how is it possible? Is it possible? Is it true? The intellect is not acting that much here because the intuition is attached. Transcendence is there. Whenever there is transcendence attached to your mind, there is intuition is acting. That transcendence, the intuition, a lot of chittis can happen. We're not going to into the chitti part. That happens automatically, but we are using that power to understand, to evolve. So that is where we are. We are, because remember, Chittam is part of the mind, is a central circle. And inside we go, you have Siththakash, you have Mahakash, this connection there. And then we also have the Almighty part, the spark part of the Almighty. We are close there. The breeze is coming out from there. So from that state, we are listening, we are talking, we are experiencing. That's where we are right now. But our body, physical body, which is made of 7 dhatus, which is made of 5 elements, is there in connection. But we are not this physical body. It just came, made only recently, maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. Some people like 6 years ago, just came about. Before it wasn't here. There was only one thing at a time, all the time. Even before we were born. What is that? That's your soul. That's your imprints. It's your Siththakash. It was there all the time. You believe it or not, you're aware of it or not, it is what's there. Right? We have the deduction, we have the evidence that is always there. You may forget. You may go through darkness and come out. That's a different thing. It was there. We can't be born just like that, from nothing. Of course, definitely we know we came from parents. That much are clear. But that time there was no complete physical body. When you are in an embryo, or you're born as a child, this physical body wasn't this big. All these cells are not here. So they're all newly made, right? And they're all getting renovated also. They're all getting restored and created and everything. But there's one thing all the time. One thing watching all this. There's one thing which is omnipresent. because it came from somewhere which is omnipresent. It's a spark. So with that awareness, with this consciousness in the physical body, be aware. Identify what is this manas coming telling me. What is it buddhi? Is it adding up the knowledge? Is there a little bit of ahankar or too much ahankar? Is it going as a prey for kama, krodha, lobha, mada, macharya? Be careful. Is it asking for too much beyond the reality? Parasite, greed. Is it getting angry with something, somebody else, something, expecting something, or angry with yourself? Be careful. Awareness. Is it worrying unnecessarily about tomorrow? Is it worrying about something happened in the past? Be aware, be careful. Is it getting jealous of somebody else? Even though they got anything, even though we created everything, even though we know the results are according to one's effort. You didn't put the effort, you didn't get it. Somebody else put the effort, they got it. Why are you getting jealous of that? If you want, you can do it. You can get it. Is it getting jealous? Beware. It's all in our hands. Is it possible to think this way? Yes, it is possible. Absolutely. So those are there who have done it. They're still doing it. Our Guru Mahatma Babaji is there. He's still doing it. With awareness, they are saving the world in different circumstances. We can be there too. So there's a structure, there is a function, right? There's an anatomy, a physiology, each of them, whether it is Sukshma body or is a physical body, it is always there. Same structure, same physiology. It's also there outside, in the universal body also. In the universal physiology also, it is there. But that is beyond our intellect. But it is there, but beyond intellectual imagination. We can make some calculations. E equals mc squared. You can make some calculations and then try to use it in a own way. Because it is non-physical, by evidence you try to go and analyze and then you use it. But the existence of which nobody can deny. Even that most intellectual wants to believe only with their senses. You can say, you can prove that everything in the universe can be brought out to intellectual understanding. Even they know there is something behind the screen. So again, even that is not beyond intellectual grasp if you understand the limitation of the intellect. If you don't understand the limitation of intellect, it's not under the grasp. You leave it, you forget it. So what is there in the structure? We already talked about the mind, we talked about Siththam, we talked about Buddhi, Siththam, Ahankar, Manas. That we should be able to identify. Don't think it is an abstract. We can be aware of that. So start from right now. You're thinking, you're listening, you're acting. The central part is Siththakash, Siththam. Part of the mind is there. You're listening, learning. It is getting impressions. That is Buddhi. In between, your mind goes past, present, future. That is Manas. The Ahankar says, oh, it can't be true. How can it be true? That's a part of the Ahankar. Acceptance is also Ahankar. Yes, that is true. That is right. There's an Ahankar involved there. So get to your grasp, this mind. Get it to your grasp. Understand. It can be touched, can be felt. Don't make it always something which you cannot understand or touch. Grab it, feel it, say you can change it. Remember the Tirumalar song? முன்னை வினையை முடித்தை பிசைவர்கள் பின்னை வினையை பிடித்து பிசைவர்கள் சென்னையில் வைத்த சிவனருளாலே. That blessings of Lord Shiva, we can able to touch it. We can able to pisaivargal. We can able to destroy the karmas. We should be able to destroy the kama, krodha, lobha, mada, makshaya. With that awareness, விழிப்பு நிலை in Tamil. Awareness. Be in that awareness. Be in the விழிப்பு நிலை. Reality. Reality of Maya. விழிப்பு நிலை to the Maya. Awareness on the Maya. Awareness of the Maya acting in the real world. Okay? Not only realize the Maya, don't get involved in Maya completely. Oh, this is the Maya also, I don't want. No. This Maya is getting into action, getting into shape. Do not forget. You're seeing things, you're understanding when you see and touch, but don't forget they are made of molecules, they are made of atoms. Atoms are made of electrons, protons, neutrons, and make sure you understand all these particles of wave and the light. Behavior of wave and behavior of light. Do not forget that part. That is awareness. Beware, aware, all the time. So what's really happening in the universe around us? Remember, I always tell you this three triangle, right? Yourself, community, and the universe. Natural law. What is happening around there? Everything happening in a perfect order. Purnamada Purnam. This is a static force. Shivam. Again, not Shivan, as I always tell you. Shivam, static force. Then there's a Shakti, which is moving force. If there is no Shivam, there is no Shakti. If there is no static force, then it can't move. If it doesn't move, it's not visible. That's why they say, Shaktim Samam Mundre. There's no difference between these two. If Shakti is not there, there is no Shivam. If Shivam is not there, there is no Shakti. It is always there, together. Then, from that structure, action, physiology. Something is happening. Maybe you can think of it as a Big Bang. It's not real Big Bang, but it's like there is some action. Because of some action, then, because it is Purnamada Purnam, because it is Shivam and Shakti, there is a reaction. Action is a reaction. Light formation, because a little movement, because the movement, many movement particles, because the particles, atoms, because of the positive and negative charge in the atoms, attraction to other atoms, action, reaction, reaction, reflex action, reaction, reflex action, refraction. Okay? All these are happening there in the universe. The physiology. All these are happening there. Same way, instead of body, action, reaction, reflex action, refraction, everything happening here also. Think something good. Some good things are happening, good hormones are creating, good things are happening, good feeling is happening. Action, reaction, reflex action, refraction. So what does this mean? For any action, there will be definitely a reaction. For any reaction, there will be definitely a reflex action. Any reflection, there's definitely refraction is also going on. So all these are going on everywhere, whether you like it or not. That's the nature. Be aware. Beware. The ancestors said a simple term, karma. Now people don't want to believe it. But this is what is karma. Action, reaction, reflex action, refraction. Now, in this action, reaction, reflex action, there is the time is not limited. It'll happen, sure, but we don't know the time. It all depends on the structure of the molecule, the structure of. Once you come to the relative world, then you have distance, time, and everything coming. But in the non-physical world, there is no space-time. Space-time is gone. Okay? So, what is the center here for us? Center is our mind. Siththakash, Siththam. From there, next step, our mind. From there, the 5 elements, Panchabhutas. Those Panchakoshas, Panjendriya, all of them are different branches. We don't want to get into complications. Everything is there. Be aware. It is a simple concept. Same thing in the universe. Similar structure. So this is how Siddhas have gone deep into all this. And then once they had a hold of it, they could control this. Not only they could control the 5 elements in their body, they could control the 5 elements in the universe also. Isn't it amazing? And knowledge comes from there. Then once they have this, then they apply this to different parts of knowledge. They apply to Siddha medicine. Once they apply to astrology, whatever subject they took. Then this is what they have been teaching to the kings those days. That is why kings are very careful with their Siddhas, rishis. But they don't want anything. They're always in meditation with this awareness all the time. That's what Babaji is taking us. So, Chakshma body, mind, Manas Buddhi Siththam Ahankar, Siththam as a central circle, Siththakash inside, with the connection with Mahakash, of soul and imprints there, awareness, connection with all the 5 elements, understanding, action, reaction, reflection, refraction rather. Same thing in the universe, Shivam, Shakti, everywhere. Action, reaction, 5 element formation, action, reaction, reflex action, refraction. Everything is going. Babaji says, beware. Anything happening in the world, connect this. You will understand why it is happening. Why this is happening there. Why this is happening there. When you're trying to scratch your intellect, why is this? Why is this? Why not? Why this? Why right is not prevailed? Why God is not coming in this situation? Why he did say this person, that person? Why this person is acting bad? And he is okay. So what is the connection? Beware. If you are in awareness, your answer will get automatically. It will come. Automatically it will come, and then your mind will get satisfied. Because you get the answer. But if you are in that fluctuations, you won't get the clarity. That is why Patanjali just put it the right side on the line. First, systems right up. After he's saying, start the yoga, chitta vritti, okay, fluctuations of the mind. Start from there. Okay? So when you are, Babaji is giving us another technique for us. When you are aware of the big self, when you're aware of Siththam, Siththakash, when you are aware of your soul and imprints on Mahakarana body, that awareness, the awareness of action, reaction, reflex action, refraction, happening inside you. So anything you eat, something is going to happen. Anything good you do, good stuff you eat, something is definitely going to happen. Okay? Same thing. Anything in the universe, you're doing something bad to the earth, Mother Earth, anything you do bad things that you come into people, what will happen? Reaction will be there. Reflex action will be going to be there. Refraction is going to be there. Understand that concept. So, thank you, Babaji. That is the message today. How are you doing at that time? One verse.
But I have a question.
Okay. All right. Question. Go ahead.
What do you mean by refraction?
Okay. Reflection, just like mirror.
Mm-hmm.
What is refraction in science?
When light bends and
You get a different image.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But how is that?
Because it may look something different. Even though somebody is doing something good, and you're getting the result as a result, right? Action, reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And then reflex action will go through generations. Your mind will work with your grandparents, great-grandparents. There will be some connection there. So there is a reflex action. And that will spread to your whole generations, fraction, spread out everywhere. Even though you don't really know the straight connection, because of refraction, it's going to spread out. It'll affect the communities close to you, because you don't think only your generation alone won't get it, like a reflection. It'll go to other surrounding communities also in the refraction, but you won't know the connection. Like, say, for example, India is there. India is a lot of meditation going, a lot of things are there, but it will have influence on surrounding countries also in different way. Like, example, take China. Even though the Siddhas are there, they went to China also, they spread out. Knowingly or unknowingly, Indian culture is there, part of their culture, but they're not Indians. So the influence as a refraction is going to be happening again and again. That is why when you saw some action, bad thinking, be careful, because it is not only going to react, then it is going to have reflection and refraction also. There's going to be community consciousness. You have to think of that way.
So if I'm understanding right, during the action has been committed at different time period. It goes through the reaction which can occur at a different time period, which will go through the reflex action which can occur at a different time period. So each time there is, and as it's going through, the imprints of karmas get accumulated through this action, through the people which have performed the action, reaction, and they continue. So when ultimately it hits the refraction part, it has gone through several imprints of karmas, and it is projected several layers, and it has projected itself. So it
shows as though it is its own.
Exactly.
It thinks it's their own, but it actually is very refracted.
So it could go both ways. So if an action that is good committed, it does not necessarily mean that the refraction, by the time it hits, may be equivalent to that good action. It
Will
could
be there.
It would be good or bad then.
It will definitely be there as a refraction also.
But that
as a good.
refraction, will it be good
Yes.
or will it be
It won't become
lesser
bad. The good is always resulting in good refraction.
But it'll be a lesser good or will it be actual good? Because
Its
it's
imprint,
gone through so many karmas.
imprint will be there. It won't be the same effect, but the
Uh-huh.
action will be definitely, it will be there. Refraction.
So then how do we increase our action and give us a good refraction even
So keep
though
on
it
doing.
goes
The
through
effect
the
has to be
time
more.
of the karma time?
The effect has to be more. That is why I was telling the formula the other day.
Uh-huh.
The C equals lambda and C, right? Frequency.
Correct.
So wavelength and frequency. So you have to keep the intensity of the, you have to reduce the intensity of the wavelength, reduce it maybe a short wave, and also the frequency. Keep on doing it, keep on doing it. That is why once the Siddhas understood this whole concept, just sit on meditation, that's it. Everything they will do by action, mind action only. They won't do anything.
So if you perform the action frequently, whether it is good or bad, it will increase the
Yes.
give a better effect on the refraction.
Absolutely, you got it. You are taking it as a right concept. You are taking it to the application. Yes, that's what it is.
And then the action could be anything, good or bad, but it will
Good or
give a
bad.
refraction. But if you keep it repeatedly doing, then over the period of time, it is going to
Yes.
be pronounced, and then it's going to have the equal refraction as
Yes.
you get it.
Equal reflection, equal refraction, equal reaction.
Reaction. Okay.
That's
That is
okay.
why they say spread the good. Have good
Think good.
thoughts,
Think
think
good.
good, react good, do good
Yes.
in the universe, so it will keep increasing tenfold.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be by one person, right?
Yeah, you can. If it is
It
many
can be a
persons, is more
cumulative-
acting more.
Cumulative action, it can
It's there. This is one of the reasons why
Mhm.
people like Maharshi, they put a dome where people meditate.
Uh-huh.
They spread the knowledge, spread the particular vibrations. So it keep on increasing. The same thing happened to the mind. Our dome was built in the structure of the skull and the mind only.
Correct.
So it is spreading out, spreading out. The same same thing is happening here.
Okay.
So it's profound, but yeah, when you apply it, you understand many of those concepts.
Okay.
And there are evidences that it does work, as you know, the vibrations coming out from there. Okay. So, how is the time?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay, so let's finish that, because if we do, it will take another 10, 15 minutes. So let's do the
Shiva.
Shivaya Nama. So to conclude our prayer. Thanks, Babaji, again. He's given a lot of information today, how we can realize, be ourselves, be with awareness, with Purnamada Purna. Thank you. Let's do the Shivaya Nama. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaya Navasima Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Sisiya Namava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah.
Vasima Mavayana Siyana Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah.
Yana Vashima Mavayana Siyana Vashimayana Om
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.